know that? People in Madagascar used to think that aye-aye is the symbol of bad luck. They were scared of its long, skinny finger and strange look. Some even believed that if the aye-aye pointed at you, it meant death or disaster. That's why they sometimes killed it to keep the evil away. It's a nighttime primate, about 40 centimeters long, with a huge fluffy tail that's even longer than its body. It only weighs a couple of kilos, but looks amazing with its thick, dark fur. But here is something wild. It's the only primate with teeth that never stop growing like a rodent. And that spooky finger, it's actually awesome. The aye-aye taps on trees up to 8 times per second to hear if there are bugs hiding inside. Then it uses its finger to scoop them out. It can even drink water from bamboo or scoop out coconut pulp. For a long time, people thought aye-ayes were extinct until they were rediscovered in the 1960s. So yeah, instead of being scary, the aye-aye is a rare and amazing animal that lives only in Madagascar. The dinosaur Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park was inspired by Frilled Lizard. The lizard is almost 1 meter long, but it weighs less than 1 kilo. Most of the time it's gray-brown, but if you scare it, it opens its giant, colorful frill. Then it can run away on its back legs at a speed of 25 kilometers an hour. It really looks like a tiny dinosaur. The frill is not only for protection. Lizards also use it to communicate, especially during the mating season. It lives in northern Australia and southern New Guinea, and it mostly eats insects. The fins of the Dumbo Octopus look like the ears of the little elephant from the cartoon. That's why it got its name. The largest Dumbo Octopus ever recorded was 1 meter 80 centimeters long. That makes it one of the most biggest octopus. But most of them 20 centimeters long. Dumbo lives very deep, at 3,000 to 4,000 meters, where it's completely dark and the pressure is super high. One time scientists even saw a Dumbo octopus of almost 70,000 meters. That's almost the deepest any octopus has ever been found. Even though it looks cute, a Dumbo is a predator. It grabs its prey with its arms and swallows it whole. And when it swims, its wide body and wings make it look like a ghost from the deep. The Dumbo octopus doesn't have an ink sac. It doesn't need one on that depth. Instead, it uses its fins to move slowly and smoothly, which helps save energy. The blobfish at the surface looks like a jelly blob. That's why people called it the ugliest animal in the world. But underwater, it actually looks like a normal fish. That scary look in photos is just because of the sudden change of pressure. The blobfish lives in the ocean near Australia and New Zealand at depths from 600 to 1,200 meters. It usually grows to 30 centimeters long and has a gray pinkish color. Its body is like jelly and a little less dense than water, so it doesn't need a swim bladder. The blobfish just floats about the bottom, almost without using any energy. It almost never moves and waits for food to swim by. And blobfish can live for a really long time, maybe even for 130 years. The closest relative of the Okapi is the giraffe. Even though it looks like a zebra, it's actually the forest giraffe. It's about 1.5 to 2 meters tall. Its body is about 2.5 meters long. It weighs about 350 kilograms. The Okapi is the rarest and the most secretive residents of the Congo forest. People almost never see them in the wild because of the thick vegetation and unclosed forest spaces. For a long time, scientists even didn't know about the Okapi. It was only officially described in 1901. Before that, local people knew about it, but scientists had no specimens. Its fur is dark reddish-brown, with white stripes on its legs and hips. The stripes help the Okapi hide in the shadows of the forest. The coolest thing about the Okapi is its long, sticky tongue. Up to 45 centimeters long, it can use it to pull leaves, clean its ears and even its eyes. The Okapi has 4 stomachs, like other ruminants, which helps it digest tough plants. It is perfectly adapted to the wet forest. Its dense water-resistant fur helps keep it dry. Fun fact, at first Melman in the movie Madagascar was supposed to be an Okapi, but the filmmakers thought nobody would know what an Okapi is. So they made him a giraffe instead. Naked mole rats are eusocial, just like ants or bees. In each colony, there is one queen who has all the babies, and the rest work and protect the family. Naked mole rats are almost hairless rodents, 8-10 centimeters long. They weigh about 30-35 grams. They live in East Africa, in Ethiopia, Somalia, and Kenya. Interestingly, these animals have a queen, one female in the colony who has all the babies, while the rest are workers or defenders. Just like ants or bees, these animals hardly feel pain in the sitting conditions and can survive high CO2 levels. They can survive up to 18 minutes without oxygen by switching to a different type of metabolism. Another amazing thing is their lifespan. Usually rodents this size live 2-3 years, but naked mole rats can live up to 40 years or more, staying active and healthy. Female Surinam toads carry their eggs right on their backs. The skin grows around the eggs, making little pockets. And after a few months, tiny baby toads hatch from them, skipping the tadpole stage. The Surinam toad is one of the weirdest frogs in the world. It lives in the Amazon and looks like a flat brown leaf. This helps it hide on the bottom. The Surinam toad is the ambush predator. It doesn't have a tongue or teeth. Instead, it sucks up its prey whole, like a vacuum. Its star-shaped fingers help it feel even the smallest movement in the water. The Surinam toad is really one of the strangest and most interesting amphibians. Its amazing adaptations show how clever nature can be at solving survival challenges. The star-nosed mole has a nose covered with 22 fleshy rays, which are some of the most sensitive touch organs in the animal world. With them, the mole can find and eat its prey in less than 0.2 seconds. The star-nosed mole is a small animal, about 15-20 centimeters long, and weighs about 55-75 grams. It has dark brown fur and very poor eyesight, but its nose is amazing. 22 rays, rounded nostrils. This nose is a cool creation of nature. Hundreds or thousands of sensory receptors let them all touch everything around it, almost like using its hands. It lives in eastern North America, in swamps, riverbanks, and wet forests. Thanks to its nose, the mole can even smell underwater. It blows out bubbles and then sucks them back in with the scent of prey. The star-nosed mole is one of the fastest hunters among mammals when it comes to catching tiny food. The axolotl can regrow its body parts, including legs, its tail, its heart, and even parts of its brain. That's why it's considered the true superhero of regeneration. This salamander stays young its whole life. It keeps its external gills, tail, and aquatic lifestyle. Usually it doesn't turn into an adult land amphibian. This is called neoteny. Its body is usually 30-35 centimeters long and weighs 60 to 200 grams. Wild axolotls are dark, often with golden spots, but in captivity you can find albinos, light golden, and even glowing in the dark forms and other different colors. In the wild, axolotls are on the verge of extinction. Their homes, lakes and canals around Mexico, are heavily polluted and built over. No native fish were introduced there. They compete with axolotls and even eat them. Narwhals are called the unicorns of the sea because their long spiral tusk, but that's actually a tooth that can grow up to 3 meters long and has millions of nerve endings. This tusk helps narwhal to sense temperature, pressure, and even the makeup of the water around them. Narwhals live in the Arctic, in waters near Canada, Greenland, and Norway. They sometimes dive 1,500 meters. These amazing mammals are super social. They often swim in groups called pods. Young calves are born bluish-gray, and as they grow, their skin becomes lighter and spotted. Narwhals are real mystical unicorns of the ocean, combining an incredible tusk, deep-sea hunting skills, and friendly social behavior.